Yaza again. I'm here to make a reply to a video I watched, but also just sort of to add my own thoughts about the whole thing. It's to Golden Gun 85, and he created a video asking, well, everyone, but atheists in particular, why gamble? Why would he or we, why do we gamble with our souls? Now, he brought up a nice analogy of he used to enjoy playing poker, and he received an opportunity to gamble his car versus a little more money than the car is worth, which and on reasonable odds because he's I guess a reasonable player of poker. So but he refused. Now the reasons he refused is that he needs his car. Like it's important. It was part of his life. He needs it to travel, needs it to get to work, needs it to do anything. Who knows? And I know what this is like. I lost my car myself. It's exceptionally irritating. Um, so yeah, so a car is important to you, and if something is like minor and like non-life altering, like I lost my car and my life got along fine, um, as a car can cause you to sort of stumble on a bet. Why would you gamble something as like all-encompassing as your soul and your afterlife? And that's fundamentally his question. Well, and I agree with you about the importance of his car. A car is useful. You know what it's like to have your car. You're used to your car. You use it. With my soul, I'm fine gambling with it because, well, I don't think I have one. I have no sensation of having a soul. I have no idea what it's useful for. Someone can tell me that a soul is useful for an afterlife, but since I don't believe in an afterlife either, it doesn't really mean a lot to me. I'm not losing anything. People can say, well, actually, no, what they mean by soul is your eternal experience that you'll spend all time in hell or heaven, depending on your choices. And yeah, that seems like a big thing to ask. It's like saying, like you're sitting down for a game of poker and someone says, "Hey, tell you what, I'll bet you against the Ferrari you might have outside." And I say, "I don't have a Ferrari outside." "Yeah, but you might." "What if you do?" Other people say they have Ferraris outside, but no one's actually seen the Ferrari. And I don't have a Ferrari outside as far as I know. I've never driven my Ferrari. I've never looked at it. I've never even touched like, and I do know Ferraris are real because I've seen them and I know of them, but I've never touched one. I certainly don't own one. So if I'm not gonna get upset about a Ferrari, which I know could potentially exist and someone could have secretly given me one, it's an insane series of events, but at least it's real. Soul, I have nothing, nothing at all. No reason to think I even have one. No reason to worry about it. So it's just not a stress to gamble with something that. And there's also the matter of the odds. Like they say, well, no matter how long the odds are, it's still worth it because the gain is so big and the loss is so big. So, but it's not. Like he asked us to not bring up like the typical atheist sort of semi-mocking points like the flying spaghetti monster because he can demonstrate where that myth came from. Like a guy made it up. I don't remember his name, but funny guy, funny story. But yeah, and I do see his point that yes, we know where the flying spaghetti monster story came from, just because it's not logically any clearer. Like it doesn't make any more like scientific sense than any other religion. You can see where the myth came from, and it's not intended to be believed. But Christianity isn't the only religion out there that's believed as real and based on myths and ancient stories that can't truly be tracked down. Islam is very large, not quite as large as Christianity, but certainly there's a very large number of Islamic people in the world. They believe in similar and the more sort of liberal thinking on both sides think they worship the same God. Um, but there are like a whole host of Hindus, and they believe like there's like I think a billion Hindus. I think I'm not sure the exact numbers, but there's a lot of them. And yeah, they probably aren't. I don't think they have a hell in the sense of Christianity or Islam, but I don't think they're too keen on spending your life worshipping a false god. Uh, Not to mention, I'm not sure how much of this is real, how much is this just like myth, but they say that the Norse religion, the ancient Norse religion, believed that if you didn't die in battle, then you were worthless and you went to the less good afterlife. But I think it was Niflheim, I think it was called, or Hell. maybe. It was a goddess called Hel. Regardless, but yeah, so that's the point. There are many religions with different belief systems. Why gamble on one? Why? What's so good about it? But yeah, but all in all, every single one of them has one thing in common. They are based on evidence that I haven't seen. Like it's saying like, I don't know, watch out, you better not spliggle kook because you might lose your smuggle nuck. Those aren't words. It doesn't mean anything to me. And the soul is the same. Like I understand what people say when they mean the soul. Like I can comprehend, but I can comprehend in Harry Potter being real. It doesn't mean I believe in it. And that's the same thing with soul. Yeah, it comes down to Pascal's wager, and it just doesn't. I don't buy it. Um, if you want to give me evidence, I'd be fascinated in seeing it because I don't know. That would be another complication to the whole issue. Because do I want to worship the gods out there if they were real? I guess I might have to, but you sort of don't have to just believe in them because you don't want to go to hell. Like you sort of have to like them for it, and that'd be hard. Like I'd find it difficult, very difficult, to like an entity that would send me to hell if I didn't like it, because that's sort of I can imagine a guy with a gun to my head or a gun to the people I love's heads and saying, do what I say. Yeah, sure, I'll do what they say. But you can't like someone at gunpoint. Like if this guy puts a gun in my mouth and says, "All right, now I want you to be my friend," it's going to be very difficult for me. So, well, thank you all, and yeah, I'll see you later.